Hi friends, welcome back to the channel Legal Par. So we were discussing about the traps that are usually laid into the real estate industry, and the allottees get trapped into it. Eventually they lose their money or enter into a dispute with the promoter or the agent whatsoever. So we need to understand the important provisions of law in this regard. So if you see the Act, RERA Act, in this Section 3 and Section 12 are the most important sections which are directly related to the advertisement. Now what Section 3 tells us about is that no promoter can advertise, market, book, sell or offer for sale or invite persons to purchase in any manner any plot, apartment or building. So it is necessary for the allottee to understand and ensure that whenever he is giving any amount, be it a single rupee, he should ensure that the project is registered with RERA. And on top of that, he should also go to the webpage of RERA and check the details of validity of this registration. So this is very important so that you can find the details over there and then analyze, interpret the data available on the web page, relevant web page, and then decide to go for booking or not. Please don't get carried away by the marketing of the promoters, wherein you are told that this is the day where you will get a discount, tomorrow you won't get a discount. All such things are not at all permitted. And the very important thing nowadays that we see into the projects is that pre-launch or early bird booking. These are fishy words, or even token of interest. This is clearly unlawful until and unless the promoter gets the RERA registration certificate, and until the relevant certificate is valid, you cannot make any bookings, or rather you should not make any bookings. That is the intent of RERA. So this was about Section 3. Surprisingly, there is a provision, Section 12. Now what does Section 12 tells us about? Section 12 is specifically obligations of promoter regarding veracity of the advertisement or prospectus. Now this veracity word has to be interpreted in a proper manner. But what the Act in detail says is that where any person makes an advance or a deposit on the basis of the information contained in the notice, advertisement or prospectus on the basis of any model, apartment, plot or building as the case may be, and sustains any loss or damage by reason of incorrect, false statement included therein, he shall be compensated by the promoter in the manner as provided under this Act. Now, what is the proviso of this section? The proviso says that provided that if the person affected by such incorrect, false statement contained in the notice, advertisement or prospectus or the model apartment, plot or building as the case may be, intends to withdraw from the project, he shall be returned his entire investment along with interest at such rate as may be prescribed, and the compensation in the manner provided under this Act. So the ultimate essence of these two sections is that whenever you fall prey to any false advertisement, it is the authority who has got ample powers under this Act who can protect your investment. But it is also allottee's duty that he should understand the advertisement. So there are various cases filed by the authority as well. These cases are suo cases, but this Act was wrongly or partially interpreted. What were these cases? These cases were filed against the promoters. There are about 959 cases filed against the promoters under this section. And these complaints are based on one contention that the advertisement floated by the respective promoter is not having RERA registration number, or the QR code is not displayed on that particular advertisement. So they were penalized, and the penalty was about 50,000. And if the promoter accepted and apologized for this, then the penalty was reduced up till some extent. So it is in the range of 10,000 to 50,000 what is been charged to the promoters. Now, considering in an average cost of say 35,000 into 959, you know what is recovered. You know the maths very well. So the intention over here to tell this is that if you interpret the section 12 very neatly, all those advertisements of the promoters who claim that they are the number one promoter of India, number one promoter of Maharashtra, is that valid? Why RERA is not taking action against those promoters? Where is the platform where it is decided that this promoter is number one? We have seen many people who in past used to claim that they are the number one, they are the biggest. Now we don't see them in the race as well. So even if we have a platform stating that, as like now RERA has announced that it is going to start a grading, I don't know how that is going to be implemented. We will speak on it later once we have a clear idea of the grading system. Tell me, whoever was actually, if suppose by size, saying that I am the biggest promoter, I am the number one promoter, if they are not there in the race today, or few of them are literally behind bars for some reason, so does that number one of yesterday ensure that today he will remain in the same race, or he will be the number one forever? So don't get carried away by such false statements. These are personal statements, self-declared statements. So what you have to do is you have to understand the advertise neatly. Don't get carried away by the crowd. Nowadays there is a procedure where all the allottees, prospectus, are called together and a big show and event is organized, and then you are forced to book your apartment in that particular show, and then the call is that if you don't book it today, the discount of 5 lakh, 10 lakh will not be available tomorrow, and then eventually you go into for the booking. So take a wise call. And more surprisingly, why I said that RERA has misinterpreted or partially interpreted section 12 is that we see so many hoardings available in the market where few promoters are promoting a plotting development, and fearlessly they have not even approached or made an application to RERA to get that project registered, and still they are very conveniently doing business. On top of that, in their favor, the recent amendment in the Fragmentation Act has taken place. So earlier, at least there was a help that the fragmented plots were not being registered. But now the fragmentation, up till certain extent, we'll make a different video on this, how the fragmentation is being changed now. They're going to fearlessly advertise, market and sell such unauthorized plots. Why RERA is not taking specifically action against these projects? That is the question, and that is why we say that the provision of section 12 is partially implemented or partially interpreted. So it is necessary that to avoid any dispute, we have to reduce the platforms where the disputes can be potentially raised, and unauthorized plotting is a potential dispute to this. a potential threat to such disputes. Thank you.